Permission to be Powerful is a reader-supported publication. To receive new posts and support my work, consider becoming a free or paid subscriber. Dear Permission to be Powerful reader. Most people think they know what it's like to be attacked by a bear. They don't. They imagine a quick death. A scream, a struggle, then darkness. That's not how it happens. Bears don't just kill you. They dismantle you. They deconstruct you. You don't just die. You experience it. And for some, that experience lasts far longer than it should. There's no escape. Think you can outrun a bear? You can't. A grizzly can hit 35 mph, faster than a racehorse. The fastest human on record, Usain Bolt, clocked in at 27 mph, on a perfect track, in peak condition, for just a few seconds. Think you can outswim a bear? You can't. Grizzlies are stronger swimmers than Olympic athletes. They can cross lakes, fight currents, and pursue prey through water without slowing down. Think you can outclimb a bear? You can't. Bears are natural climbers. Black bears scale trees like squirrels. Grizzlies, despite their size, will climb after you if they want to. Your only option? Prey. The 15 worst bear attacks in history. 1. The final phone call. The most horrific death ever recorded. 2011. Kamchatka. Russia. Tatiana Moskalyova will never forget the day she heard bears gnawing on her daughter's bones. That was the last sound she ever heard from Olga. Olga, 19 years old, was on a walk with her stepfather, Igor Tsiganenkov, along a river in eastern Siberia. Then, out of nowhere, a brown bear attacked. The first victim was Igor. The bear tackled him from behind. It crushed his skull in its jaws. It snapped his neck like a twig. It devoured him while Olga watched. She ran for her life. She made it 200 feet before the mother bear caught her. Olga pulled out her phone and called her mother. "Mum, the bear is eating me. Mum, it's such agony. Mum, help!" Tatiana thought she was joking, until she heard the growls, the chewing, and the screams. Olga was still alive. For an hour. She made several calls as the bears ate her piece by piece. "Mum, the bears are back. She brought her 3 babies. They're eating me. Mum, it's not hurting anymore. I don't feel the pain anymore. Forgive me for everything. I love you so much." Then the line went dead. When authorities arrived, the mother bear was still eating Igor's remains. The 3 cubs were eating Olga. All 4 were shot and killed. 2. The man who was eaten alive. Twice. Hugh Glass, 1823. South Dakota, USA. Hugh Glass was a fur trapper. A grizzly found him first. It came without warning. Broke his leg in the first charge. Ripped open his back with one swipe. Bit half his face off and left his scalp hanging. His crew assumed he was dead and left him behind. But he wasn't dead. He crawled 200 miles through the wilderness for 6 weeks, his wounds crawling with maggots. He survived. Barely. 3. The Japanese nightmare bear that wiped out a village, 1915. Sankabetsu, Japan. A massive brown bear broke into a house and attacked a pregnant woman inside. She tried to protect her unborn child. The bear crushed her stomach first, then started eating her while she was still alive. By the time villagers fought back, the bear had slaughtered 6 people. It took an entire hunting party to bring it down. 4. The Grizzly Man recording. Timothy Treadwell, 2003. Katmai National Park, Alaska. Timothy Treadwell spent years living among grizzly bears, convinced he was their friend. One day the bears decided he wasn't. An audio recording captured his final moments. The sound of the bear dragging him away. The screams of his girlfriend. The wet, tearing sounds of his body being pulled apart. The tape was deemed too horrifying for public release. 5. The man who had his jaw torn off but survived, 2023. Montana, USA. Rudy Norlander was hiking alone when a grizzly charged. The bear clamped onto his face and ripped his jaw clean off. He was left bleeding out, unable to speak. He survived. Doctors reconstructed his jaw using bone grafts, skin grafts, and a prosthetic. He will never look the same again. 6. The Boys Who Fought Off a Grizzly, 2011, Alaska, USA. A group of high school boys was camping when a grizzly attacked their tent. One boy was bitten in the head, another was dragged out by his leg. They fought back, using only sticks and their fists. The bear finally retreated. They all survived. 7. The Man Who Killed a Bear with a Swiss Army Knife, 2003. Norway. Jürgen Rocca was attacked by a bear while hiking. All he had? A Swiss Army knife. The bear bit into his arm and started clawing at his face. He stabbed it in the throat, again and again, until it collapsed. He walked away, bleeding, shaking, barely alive, but alive. 8. The Man Who Was Eaten. Alive over a month, 2019. Siberia, Russia. Alexander, a Russian hunter, was attacked by a brown bear, but the bear didn't kill him right away. It dragged him to its den and kept him alive. For a month he rotted away, alive. His legs became infected. His flesh decayed while he was still breathing. He lay in the dirt, waiting to die. When he was finally found, his body was wasted to the bone. His skin was gray, his eyes sunken. He survived, barely. But the man who entered that den never came out the same. 9. The Hunter Who Was Stalked for Days, 2015. Kamchatka, Russia. A hunter wounded a bear but didn't kill it. The bear tracked him for 3 days. One night, it found his cabin. It waited outside until the man finally opened the door. Then it charged. It tore him apart inside his own home. Rescuers found blood covering every inch of the walls. 10. The Fisherman Who Was Decapitated in One Bite, 2018. Russia. A fisherman stepped too close to a mother bear and her cubs. She bit his head clean off. His body was never recovered. Locals say the bear carried it off into the forest to feed her young. 11. The Woman Who Called Her Mom While Being Eaten, 2021. Russia. A woman was hiking alone when a bear attacked. She had enough time to call her mother. Her final words? "Mom, it's eating me alive." The line went dead moments later. Her half-eaten body was found hours later. 12. The Teacher Who Was Torn Apart in Front of His Students, 2006, Canada. A school teacher was leading his students on a hiking trip. They never saw the black bear coming. It grabbed him, dragged him from the group, and started eating him right there. His students heard every scream. By the time rescuers arrived, only his head and part of his torso remained. The final truth: you are nothing to a bear. Most people like to think they're at the top of the food chain. Against a bear, you are not. You are meat, calories, a problem to be solved. Bears don't have morals. They don't have mercy. They just exist. Hunt, kill, consume. And if a bear decides it's your time, there is no bargaining, no pleading, no escape, just blood in the dirt. Until next time. Anton Dancer, writer, Buddhist. Permission to Be Powerful is a reader-supported publication. To receive new posts and support my work, consider becoming a free or paid subscriber.